Hi, no Froyo. Thank you for sending me your resume with info redacted so I can make this video public for others. That's awesome. I love it when people do that. All right, let's see if I can't destroy your resume. Make it a little bit better for you. All right, so UX research and design consultant, January 2022 through current grade. Conducted comprehensive user research using techniques such as card sorting, interviews, surveys, and competitive analysis. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Design visually compelling and intuitive digital user experiences grounded in data-driven insights and user-centered design principles. Okay, those are buzzwords. Um, those design visually compelling and intuitive digital user experiences, great. Grounded in data-driven insights. What data-driven insights? User-centered design principles. Which ones? Give me more details about that. I feel like there's some like missing meat in there already. And meat, let me explain that in a second. I have not drunk enough water today. Okay. So when I do a resume for somebody, I think in the mind of a recruiter, but I also think in the mind of a career consultant. And as a career consultant, I'm thinking, what is the best type of resume? I came up with this idea to explain it with the terms meat, fat, sugar, and garnish. And realistically, what a recruiter wants to see is a lot of meat. They go look for profiles with a lot of meat on them. So that way, and those meat is like actual skills, like really good savory skills. So that way they can check off more check boxes on their list of jobs that they're trying to fit you into. Um, so that right here, there's some missing meat. There's some missing skills there. Program names and names of things or principles or like something like CRM, Salesforce, what, like program names or some sort of like ABCs that maybe a recruiter might recognize in terms of being part of the UX industry. Yeah, let's see if I can't pull some more of those out. Collaborated closely with clients to align business objectives and user requirements. Yep, that's okay. I think there's some missing meat there too. How did you collaborate closely with them? You did it to align business objectives and user requirements, but like, did you do meetings? Did you do Zooms? Did you um, do an intensive analysis of their customer database? Like there's something missing there, I feel like. All right, developed wireframes, prototypes, and user flows that effectively convey design solutions. That one sounds good to me, right? Yep. Ensure design solutions were not only aesthetically appealing, but also highly functional and user friendly. I love it. Those two are fine. So yeah, all right, not so bad for the first. Yeah, that's quite nice. And it's very clear what type of job you're looking for, at least in this range. I'm assuming that you want another UX job. You have not said anything different by having a kind of an executive summary or a job objective here in between this and your work experience. The objective statement is good for if you're looking for a job in a similar or like you're going for a specific job title or specific kind of career range. An executive summary is good for just kind of like being that. Here's who I am in just like the quick nutshell format. I don't recommend it for people that aren't executives. Because unless you're going for the same type of job, like a CEO going for another CEO position, it doesn't make sense for somebody that's literally to growing their career up a ladder. That's where me and a lot of career consultants and recruiters differ on that. Some say, "Oh, the objective statement is old and out of date." No, it isn't. It's telling what a recruiter what job you're looking for. It's telling a hirer what you're literally going for. You're applying for a specific job, but you're telling them, "Hey, I'm looking for a job in this range with this kind of qualification. I'm looking for X job in Y industry. I'm looking for a full-time position in the X industry," something like that. That tells a recruiter where you want to go. And recruiters nowadays have like 20, 40, 60 jobs they're trying to fill with a whole bunch of check boxes. So that just helps them pull up the right jobs and the right checkboxes to try and fill you. It makes their job easier by having a job objective. Now, for an executive statement, it doesn't make as much sense unless your job here is the job that you want next as well. All right, so yeah, we're good with that. Research fellow, government research administration. All right, you're still doing that too. Okay, collaborating with a multidisciplinary team tells me nothing. I need more info than that. Exploring host immune reactions to B pertussis infection. This is fine. This is fine, but I need more info. There's some missing meat there. Employing meticulous attention to detail in all research aspects. This is what I call garnish words. They don't add any value to a resume. In fact, they take away from it. It's just adding verbosity where you don't need it. Employing meticulous attention to detail from study design to data analysis, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of findings. That's way better. I don't care that it's all in all research aspects. That's kind of a given. Utilize creative problem-solving skills to identify and tackle research challenges. That's trying to be a skill and isn't. That's what I call sugar. A sugar sentence. It's trying to be something and it's failing because it's not delivering any value except the terminology creative problem solving. Are you going for jobs that have that creative problem solving in the job duties? Then maybe I can see having that. Other than that, it's making you look like way younger than you are, because realistically, only teenagers put that on their resume. Yeah, so let's get rid of that. There's a lot of missing meat here too. To identify and tackle research challenges. What research challenges? Tell me about those research challenges. Explain a little bit about those differing research challenges that you had with this research fellow position. Presented research findings and concepts to diverse groups. Diverse groups? Does that matter? Do you have a job that you only present to Black people versus white people? Like, what does the word diverse mean in this context? I think you're just adding verbosity there. So you don't even need to diverse groups. Just present research findings and concepts, including technical and non-technical audiences. That sounds a little bit better. Even that is a little unclear. You're right when you said in your email that some of them were really kind of unclear. You're right. I'm seeing that here too. I can't wait to see your extra notes. Undergraduate researcher, spearhead microbiology research with robust experimental design to data analysis capabilities. Yeah, this is good. I love this word spearheaded here. It doesn't give me any real clarity as to what you physically did, but I like the sentence as is. If we keep the sentence and then have more description of what robust experimental design, what data analysis capabilities, what did you physically do? If you were to break that down a little bit more, I think I would like that sentence a lot more. All right, foster cross develop. Don't mind my wording. I'm just trying to say it and process it at the same time, and it makes my words come out wrong. It has nothing to do with how I'm processing. It just sounds weird on video. And I don't care because I'd rather do videos for people because it gives people a sense of what I'm seeing as a recruiter brain and as a career consultant brain. All right, foster cross-developmental collaboration to gain resources and expand experimental capabilities. Again, it's not very clear as to what you physically did. What resources did you gain? What did you expand on in experimental stuff? I need more info. There's so much missing meat here. Delivered research presentations at conferences utilizing effective communication skills. Get rid of this last part. This is strong enough to stand on its own. This is sugar. It's a weak skill, and you're just adding that keyword to hit a keyword point in an ATS, and don't do that. I put those in, utilize effective communication skills by delivering research presentations at conference. Even that doesn't work. No, I don't even think you need this part at all. This part is inherent in the words delivered research presentations. Duh, your communication skills are going to be fine if you can do that. So I think that really stands very clearly on its own. And this part right here, oh, just takes away something bad. It's sugar. It takes away from your skill, not adds to it. Sugar in a meat dish. Yeah. Yeah, I know the American diet notwithstanding, but just like think about, you don't go to sushi, you don't go to a Japanese restaurant for sushi expecting sugar in the sushi, in the fish, right? So, and you don't go and go get a nice good steak and expect sugar to be on the steak. Ugh, in general. I mean, yeah, there's some restaurants that'll play with things, but you get the idea. Nobody goes to a restaurant to get a meat dish with a lot of sugar on it. They'll have, that's like side dishes or that's dessert, right? You don't want that within the meat. That's what I mean by, take out the sugar things. That's just taking away. I hope that's clear. The meat, the fat. The fat is something you want to have. This is definitely, good meat here. It doesn't need any fat. Fat is adding additional clarity. So when I break it down, this is your meat, this is the fat. This is good. You want meat with a little bit of fat to add clarity. And what fat does is add clarity to the meat. It adds taste. It adds a little bit of flavor. It adds a little extra, clear thinking like, oh, you delivered research presentations. Where? Oh, at conferences. Oh, wow. Suddenly that becomes from a smaller scale to, oh, shit, that's bigger. That's fat. Fat adds flavor, right? All right. Mentored and trained incoming students. Great. Here's your meat. Mentored and trained. Who? Incoming students. Oh, you went from mentoring and training one person to, oh, bunches of students. That's meat with a little bit of fat, and that's delicious. Cultivating a supportive and inclusive environment. Don't necessarily care in a context of checking off a box and the skill, but I'll let you leave that. I'll let you leave this. It's some decent keywords enough, and they actually matter to this. Yeah, all right, I'll let you leave that. Skills, tools. Ooh, I see good tools. I see good skills here. All right, these need to be more in this than separated because here they're just one or two keywords and I don't know what you use them for. So to me, they're just like sprinkles. They're just sprinkles when they really need to be meat. So where did you use Photoshop? I'm going to guess that's like UX design. So I don't know. Conducted comprehensive user research using techniques such as Photoshop card sorting. I don't know where you just put that into a sentence that makes sense. Design visually compelling and intuitive digital user experiences grounded in data-driven insights and user-centered. I told you to change this. Maybe we can add that to using Photoshop and WordPress and Elementor, blah, 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 blah. By the way, I use WordPress and Elementor and freaking love them. All right. So yeah, I want you to throw these into sentences, into context in sentences where you actually use them under whichever job. If you cannot throw them into one of these jobs for some reason, then they can stay in this skills and tools thing. Recruiter can ask you about them later. Methods. I might let you keep the methods thing here just because it makes sense with this job. But again, throwing more of these keywords, as many as you can within here to make it make sense. Add a few more bullet points if you need to explain where you got usability testing, what you did with UX writing, what project you used in information architecture. That would be way more valuable. Basically, your missing meat that I said earlier seems to be right here and here. So let's add that meat where it belongs, up here or in here. All right, other problem solving, none of this matters. It's all buzzwords. Problem solving, empathy. These are your what you're calling your soft skills, and I hate the hard skills / soft skills thing. It's a bad way to describe what people actually need to see. I don't believe it's necessary. I believe I can see a lot of this already in your resume without you even listing it. Problem solving. Well, shit. I said I need, to change this or add more information about this. Boom, throw in the word problem solving up there. Let's see. Empathy. What? You're not in a medical job? It doesn't make sense with this. It doesn't make sense with any part of your resume. Creative thinking absolutely makes sense with your resume here. Just throw it into, all right, you already got creative problem solving right there. Used creative thinking, problem solving skills, flesh that out more. But yes, you can add those up here. Analytical thinking, you just add as many as you can that makes sense up here, and then the rest of this category, this other category, doesn't need to be there. Leadership, yes, because you mentored and trained income. So that would make sense. You're not lying. Sometimes I catch people in a lie, putting on buzzwords on their resume that they think they have. They can't back up with actual shit. You can. So I see a lot of this. Ooh, research question development. Yeah, that needs to definitely go up here. Yeah, I see a lot of good things in this resume. They just need to be kind of rearranged and fleshed out a little bit more. And then you're golden. You're really golden. All right, now let's go into this. I was hoping to, take out your information here as much as I could. All right, so conducted comprehensive user research, card sorting, A/B testing. Oh, see, this is better. That's a little bit better, but I don't like the nested bullet points as much as some. I would rather you just make that into like one or two large sentences and explain, card sorting via program name, I don't know, card sorting using Photoshop design points. Just make it into a sentence that makes actual sense is where you got that. You don't have to do it for every sentence. Just maybe add 2 or 3 of these, make it into a sentence, break it up. You can have more bullet points. I recommend 6 per job as a max, but not the word maximum comes with an asterisk. If you've got more skills, you can have more. But if you don't have more skills, don't overdo it on the bullet points. Does that make sense? Yeah. Design websites for 2+ clients from initial discovery to final delivery. All right, take out the word plus there and take out the word, take out the 2+. I don't care how many people you did it for. You designed websites for clients. That's a stronger skill than telling me how many you designed for. You designed them for clients. Good enough. Develop wireframe sitemaps partnerships. Good. See, that's way clearer. That tells me your skill. All right, you developed this. It's in the right context. I understand your skill range a little bit better just from that. Collaborate closely with clients. I take out the word closely. Don't care how close you were in physical, how many times you communicated. It doesn't matter. You collaborated with clients to harmonize business and user needs. Even that's still a little rickety with the clarity. What do you mean by harmonize? No, give me those words, interviews, collaborate closely with clients to match business and user needs, to create user journeys and surveys. There we go. Just collaborated with clients to create user journeys, surveys, and usability tests. Something like that. See, there's good skill right there. Improve user target action speed. Nope, get rid of that one. I don't care how much you improve the speed of something. Doesn't matter without context. It's a personal project. If you want to list that personal project separately, it needs to be in your skills farther down the page. And I need to know what you improved from what to what. Like, what did you improve? Running speed of somebody's legs? A program to do something that's target action something to, I don't know, for a video game. I don't have any context for it, so it doesn't tell me what you improved or how you improved it. What checkbox can I check off? Because I don't have a checkbox labeled improve speed. I have checkboxes that says uses Photoshop, uses C++, can use Adobe InSuite. That's a checkbox. I don't have anything for action speed. Okay, research fellow. Conducted research exploring immune reactions in animal modes that will be published. I don't care about this. Nope, your original was better. That does not need to be there. This is absolutely fine as is. Develop novel. Okay, that means new, so just change it to be new essay protocol that has become a new stable tool for future lab studies. Tell me the protocol name. I want to know the name. Developed protocol name for future lab studies. For developed protocol name tool for lab studies. That's a way stronger than what you've got here. Collaborated with and assisted 3 colleagues in their own research project. Who cares? That's not a checkbox. She helps people. No, that's not something for the level of job that you're in. No, you take that out. Gave 5 research presentations. I don't care how many you gave. Just tell me that you gave research presentations, in what place, what context, what situation, for what purpose, for what research, what development, what project you're working on. Something more than just that. I don't care how many you gave. I want to know where you gave them, how you gave them, or for what you gave them. And not how you gave them like I stood in front, but like, yeah, for what you gave them, what was the purpose of them is way more important. All right. Spearheaded research investigating bacteria causing respiratory infection in poultry. I like that. I like the added info in there. I'm not sure exactly how it matters, but I do like it. And by the way, I actually know what the hell you're talking about there. I have experience with bird importation and exportation from the US to South Korea and Japan, and was affected by the avian influenza, and it actually did not go well for one of my birds. It wasn't poultry, it was a pet. But still, it's literally the same process through the USDA and Fish and Wildlife Service and the other government's systems. So yes, I know what you're talking about with this, and that is great. Design a new protocol for quantifying biofilm amount when standard ways were not appropriate. Designed a new protocol for quantifying biofilm. Maybe. Just leaving it at that. This doesn't add, this is sugar. It's not giving me any extra. In fact, it's taking away from it. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. I like this as is, but this seems to be a little bit better and clearer. A novel essay for quantification of biofilm tensile strength. Is this different from this? If so, yeah, leave both of them ending here, of course. But if not, if they're different, then yeah, keep both. But if they're the same, then just delete this one. Collaborated with microbiology department to develop a protocol for in-depth qualitative research. All right, you collaborated with a different department. I don't care. You did the development as well. So just have it as developed a protocol for in-depth qualitative research. You're not taking the full credit. You developed a protocol. Alone? Nobody's going to assume that. Doesn't matter if you did or not when it comes to a new job. Not going to matter at all. It actually takes away that you collaborated with other people and did it with other people. When you definitely designed stuff, you developed this, people know that there's other people involved with stuff. They don't need to know that you definitely did. You did it, and that's all they need to know. And here's the problem with giving me the exact numbers again. Exact numbers. Get rid of the exact numbers. Onboarded and mentored new students. Presented research at conferences, which is exactly what you said already a little bit up here, where you say presented research, gave presentations, and there was one other somewhere. So yeah, basically, I don't care that one was local or national. I'm not looking for jobs that are very specific to you only giving local presentations. That's not a skill that any recruiter is ever going to look for. All right, so I hope that I'm not like completely destroying your soul here by saying I don't care. It's mean that I don't care from the point of a recruiter. This is information that takes away. This is not information that gives me any value, and it actually takes away from your resume by you telling me these exact numbers. Psychology lab volunteer research screened 30 plus participants. You've only got that one thing on there. If that's the only thing you did, don't even bother with this. This is not adding any value to your resume whatsoever other than screened participants when there's not enough meat. It's like a little crumb of meat, and it's not giving me any flavor or any clarity or adding enough into your profile to bother. So, okay. Yeah, I think that is probably all that I can do from what your resume is right now. Your resume is really good. It's got a lot of clarity to it. I think there's still some missing meat, but you did help a little bit with that extra info you sent in the email. And I always ask myself at this point, is there anything that I can do to help you further professionally? And the answer right now is I don't believe so. I'm going to pause this right here real quick. Okay, so let me get back onto this right here. All right, so one of the things that you and I talked about was the Chat GPT thing, that this is a Chat GPT resume. Thank you for confirming my belief that Chat GPT resumes aren't exactly as clear as I would like them to be, and that it does not do as well as I thought. And I didn't think it would do that well. But yeah, this is definitely not as clear, and I can see why you're struggling, but ChatGPT didn't really help too much. And also, yeah, we talked about you wanted to switch from obviously like biology research to UX researcher. You're absolutely fine. Researchers do research. The techniques are the same regardless of whether you're doing biology research or if you're doing UX research. The only difference is one is on a computer for phones and stuff, like user experience, and the other is just looking at bacteria or whatever. You're still generally doing the same thing, even though it seems different. You're, collaborating with teams. You're, finding data. You're putting those data points together. So, what I would recommend you definitely do now, especially now knowing that you are, changing from research to UX research, you need to make that connection for recruiters. Therefore, I highly recommend you put on you put on your resume a an objective statement to looking for a UX design consultant position using my looking for that position using my previous biology research skills. I am able to determine, I am able to use data to create great user experiences or something. Like we need something strong there. Just coming off the top of my head, you'd have to send it to me later, and we can just kind of like back and forth something really cool. Even on Reddit, we can do that. That's how I'm able to help you further. Is kind of coming up with a user experience related um, job objective statement. As far as this goes, does this match with UX? I think either ChatGPT or you have done pretty well with that. Yeah, generally this still matches with this. You've taken these skills and you've kind of rounded them a little bit more towards the UX thing. Creative problem solving skills, even though that's not quite clear enough. I want to know, I see what you've done with this to make it match in with user experience, not so much on just the host immune reactions. However, there's still a lot of missing meat because of that. That's why I say ChatGPT isn't great. It's trying, but it's not giving me enough clarity about what you did and how you did it. And as a recruiter, I kind of want to know what you did and how you did it so I can then check off more boxes in this UX research. These and these, you got to throw them in here. Play this one up like crazy. Throw them in here as well. It's okay. People will connect the dots. Also mentioning why you might need a cover letter. I only recommend cover letters when you're switching careers. You need to bridge the gap between why you're changing from research and biology to the UX experience. This is just really simple. Hi, I am looking for a job in the user experience realm, uh, preferably in the A or B industry, maybe you can say. I am changing because I have found a passion in user experience thanks to my background in biology research. I found more of a talent with UX research because A and B experience. Because of this, I am now looking for this job in the user experience realm, utilizing, and I am able to utilize my past history in biology to create user experiences, better user experiences for everyone. Something in that range will be a perfect cover letter. Just that one paragraph is more than enough. I think what I would like for you to do is, make the changes, clarify everything a little bit more, and then send me your resume again. And we'll see if we can't change it more to user experiences. Now, usually I recommend, I don't destroy your resume. I don't actually do the typing for you. As you can tell, this is all just video. Doing the typing, I need to know somebody's history. I need to know why they're changing. I need to know their experience. So I don't just do the typing for them. You know your experiences best. However, if you want my help with typing up a resume, I will do it, but it costs $70. And it's basically me just typing what I've said on video to the best of my ability, asking a few questions, typing it up, and there you go. That's not helpful. I'd rather do videos. How I can help you further is just, let's clarify that sentence at the top and maybe a little bit of a cover letter. And that's about all I'd probably be able to help you with. Yeah, I think that's about it. But I think you'll have a lot more better luck once we do this, because it'll be a little clear as to why you want to change and how you're matching your experience to that and making that connection in recruiters' minds is really the challenge that you have to overcome here. And you or ChatGPT has done not bad, but still not enough meat to connect those dots, connect those skills to those skills over here, and connect them, and show recruiters, oh, I have the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, I can go ahead and contact them, if that makes sense. All right, so before I get any more wordy and potentially confusing, I will stop this video, let you change over your resume, and then just get back with me and we'll go from there. Okay. See you later.